Of course, this week, a lot of people have been looking back at the events of the Capitol riots, of the insurrection, and trying to learn from what happened there and how far have we come. Well, for one man, it is a very, very personal walk down memory lane. Aaron Babbitt lost his wife, Ashli Babbitt. She is the woman who was shot inside the Capitol building, and she had gotten to a door that would have led to some real problems with the people inside. Right. And so a Capitol police officer opened fire. Well, her husband, Aaron, is thinking back about this and really wishing that he had been there with her. He says things would have gone completely differently if he were there.
Do you wish you went to Capitol on January 6th?
Yeah, of course. I'm far from a controlling person, but I like to control my environment with my wife when it comes to my wife. And nobody's gonna watch over her or, watch her back better than I could have. So yeah, of course I do, but I can't look at it like that,
What would you have done?
Oh, we never would have been in the Capitol, for one. I mean, that never would have happened.
How come?
Because I wouldn't have gone in there. I don't like crowds, for one, and neither does she, which shocked me.
Well, that is interesting that he's saying I never would have gone in there. It's so, when you look at the video and you see the crowd psychology where they are, moving toward the Capitol and there's a swarm. I don't know, Charles, I have seen this in so many different venues where the momentum of a crowd can just, and that seems to be where it was moving, even as they walked down Pennsylvania Avenue, it seems.
Yeah, and I spoke with Aaron, and you could really just hear the pain in his voice in that clip. And one of the things he said that really stuck out to me the most was that just the sheer fact that Ashli didn't like being in crowds, and that would have prevented her from being in the building if he were there, because he doesn't like crowds either.
But there was a crowd outside, too. Yeah, there was a crowd outside. I guess, Jacob, was he saying that he wouldn't have, I get that he definitely meant he would not have gone into the Capitol, into the building itself, but what about being at the rally? Because those are crowds. I mean, there was a huge crowd. It started with the rally, and then they all moved down to the Capitol. So,
I got the impression from speaking with him, if they were to be at the rally, maybe they would have attended, but they would have been on the outskirts. They wouldn't have been right in the middle. And you see in that clip, the famous one of Ashli storming inside the building. I mean, she looks incredibly aggressive and violent. So it looked to me, when I first saw the clip, like she was the person leading the charge. And as Aaron said, it's extremely out of character. He found out about this from watching television just the same way as everyone else did. So, I mean, just incredibly tragic. And even though Ashli's name was trending yesterday for some good reasons and bad reasons, Aaron was happy because he's saying he just wants to keep her name alive.
Hey, this is Christopher Sharp coming at you from Chester, New York, and I think that the only realistic measure that could have been taken to prevent Ashli's death was not going in the first place. I think it was kind of a risky situation, and the only way it could have been avoided was not going.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're allowed to have peaceful protest, and, if you don't know this is going to happen, that's what happens when you incite a crowd, and when people are in that crowd up to no good, it ends up what we saw. Yeah.